Now, unlike the last question that I gave you an example of, I have no idea what this function looks like, but that's okay. I've got the x-axis, and then I don't know what this looks like, but let's just pretend. I have no idea. If I want to know the region bounded by these two graphs, regardless of what it looks like, I'm trying to find the area under the curve, so that would be integration. This is the function I want to find the area under. Make sure you guys make a habit out of putting the dx or dt today. Now, on this particular question, unlike some of the others, I don't immediately know the bounds, right? But where would it be in my picture over here? My fake picture. Where these intersect, right? So the x-axis always has a y value of what?
0.
So to find the bounds, you have to figure out when does this function equal 0 to know when it's crossing the x-axis. So probably factor some more. And it looks like it crosses the x-axis at 0, 2, and -2. Again, my picture looks nothing like that because I don't know what that function looks like, at least reasonably. But I do know that it's going to cross the x-axis at the far left at -2 and the far right at +2. So sometimes you have to do that extra legwork to figure out what the bounds are going to be. It's where those intersect. But then from there, raise the power by 1, divide by the new power, raise the power by 1, divide by the new power, evaluate from 2 to -2, so plug in 2 the first time, plug in -2 the second time, subtract those, so this ends up being added. So I think this and this becomes 64/5 if I'm not doing that too quickly. And then this minus this would be minus 64/3. And I'm just going to finish it off with the calculator here, but as a decimal, remember always 3 decimal places, or you could do math enter to change that to a nice looking fraction. The only thing I would add to that though is this represents an area, so you should say meters squared, feet squared, miles squared, and if you don't know the units, say units squared. Again, when we look at your last quiz, we're going to actually do a little bit of that tomorrow. One of the FRQs, one of the 9 points came from if you had your units correct in all the parts. So, got to make a habit out of doing that. Okay, did you get what you needed from that? Okay. The main thing though, that's not in every single question, this is why you guys can't just do one of those and say, okay, I can do that question type. Sometimes you have to do some work to figure out the x values.